The root of my passion for sustainability started very early on in my design training as a product design engineer. And as I worked through my career, there are always little points in time where I was thinking, what about this aspect of how this impacts the environment? Or what do these materials actually mean when it gets to an end of life? What do we do with them? Food waste is a massive global problem. We're wasting around a third of all food we produce that was destined for human consumption. So it is a global issue we've got to solve. And that actually represents around 6 to 8% of the total greenhouse gas emissions that we're also producing. That's across the supply chain. So relatively, it's a big environmental impact contributor. When I started my research career, I really focused my work on doing life cycle assessments, which is a world's best practice approach to assessing the potential environmental impacts of a product, service or system. We started to realise that food actually had often a much higher environmental load than the packaging that was containing it. What that meant for us was that was an area that we needed to draw some attention to and start to look at in more detail. Strategically, that meant we started looking at food waste and led us to do more studies around the life cycle of packaging and the food product itself, to the point where we're now helping to run a major research structure in Australia called the Fight Food Waste Cooperative Research Centre. The tool that we've helped design with Selerant, it's a cloud-based tool that's going to assist companies to be able to both strategise their true cost of waste across the supply chain, both in the mass of waste and the cost of waste at the different stages, so they can focus on the right areas to change or the areas that don't really need attention, whether they're high-value outcomes like feeding people, hungry people, like food rescue or animal feed rather than landfill. We're hoping that will then fit within their strategies as well, whether they're sustainability strategies, financial strategies or waste strategies.
Here at Selerant, we develop product lifecycle management software, which we hope will change the way that industry and society relates to food waste across the whole supply chain around the world. This allows our customers to cut down on waste, not just at the end of the cycle, but at every stage throughout the new product development process. For global manufacturers to do this at scale, they need something to help them simplify the huge amount of complex inputs within the production development chain. Our process mapping, which we have developed over 30 years of working, gives manufacturers the knowledge to confidently make decisions that cut food waste and material costs, such as using more sustainable raw materials, selecting alternate packaging choices, and optimizing production processes to reduce unnecessary energy consumption.
In terms of consumer sentiment, certainly been a shift in people wanting to know the provenance of their food, where it comes from, what it is, how it's produced. They want to know about the efficiency of companies and their practices and approaches to sustainability. Companies have pretty central responsibilities to the environment. They are custodians of the environment as they operate within it, just like we are as individual consumers. Goodman Fielder have embraced the challenges of food waste and really started to make great strides in that space. So they've reduced their waste through production markedly. It's just gone so low through all of the initiatives that they've driven through changes to the process, through production and material processing behaviours throughout the factory.
At Goodman Fielder, we manufacture a really wide range of food products, and our core purpose is to make everyday food better for everyone. So here at our Burleigh Heads Bakery, we have successfully introduced a number of initiatives that has led us to achieve a 90% reduction in production waste. And one that the team is really proud of is that any excess product produced is donated to food bank. So in 2019, we donated the equivalent of 1.5 million meals to food bank. A new product that we've introduced to the market to specifically address food waste is our half loaves. This product has been designed for smaller households, and it really allows them to enjoy the freshness and the convenience without having to experience the food waste. We've also got a number of initiatives that really help our consumers to reduce food waste in the home. One of those is our Pampers recycling campaign, with recipes and ideas that they can recycle their leftovers into really delicious baked goods. Technology can make a huge difference in helping us to further remove food waste from the entire supply chain.
Our work with Selerant is the kind that we hope that companies were trying to achieve, like better understand their systems and do something about waste issues. And we're hoping that we're going to be able to reach a whole range of companies to use the tool that we're developing.
What we are doing in Australia is innovative and groundbreaking work, which we hope will change the way that industry and society relates to food waste across the whole supply chain around the world.
UN Sustainable Development Goal 12 has a target 12.3 within that goal, which is looking to halve food waste globally by 50% by 2030. It's critical that design is oriented towards a sustainability outcome. I think we're going to smash it over the next 8 years, and hopefully we can transform the supply chain of food to a point where we are sustainable, when we're not wasting things and we are achieving terrific outcomes.